First thing I say about Denzel Mims, the first thing that just in watching him is pretty evident to me, and that is that if a defense plans on covering him one-on-one, they're going to have a long day. I mean, we don't have anybody that does a lot of the stuff that Denzel does. He's physical through his routes, really has just such a knack for finding the football in the air, tracking the football, adjusting to find the football. It would be difficult for me to overstate, this guy's athleticism. First, his catch radius is ridiculous, and when you couple that with his leaping ability, he just has such, again, a natural way and an effortless way to go up and get the football and to win these 50-50 contested throws, even when he isn't open. He's really good on back shoulder throws. I think, I know I probably say this a lot in the video, but he's exceptional at stacking inside, stacking to the sideline, or stacking vertical. I think he's just really, really great that way. He's very competitive at the line in terms of his getting off of press and his release in general. And we get into that a little bit in the video. He's an angry physical blocker. He seems to enjoy it. I would say he's not particularly snappy coming out of breaks. I didn't see a lot of underneath sort of stuff for him, but a lot of intermediate stuff, a lot of deep stuff. Ultimately, I come back to what I started with, which is he's going to be really tough to match up with. One of the many things that jump out at you about Mims is his athleticism, his body control, his ability to go up and get the football. You can see him really sky here, extend and pluck the ball with his hands, and to watch his eyes check the sideline right as he secures the football right there. And look at the body control here, not just getting one foot down, right on the sideline. Gets them both down and secures the football. He's got a ridiculous catch radius and jumps out of the gym, and you can put the ball up to him and he's going to come down with it. I think he finds the ball well. We'll get into this in the video a little bit more, but he stacks and gets on top of receivers vertically as good as anybody I've seen so far in this draft. This is Mims at the top of our screen, one-on-one coverage on the outside. A lot of times it's more difficult to set up a DB in off coverage than it is at the line of scrimmage. You just have to be that much more nuanced and subtle in your steps and your fakes and your setups. I like this drag he does with his right foot here. As soon as he plants outside, real hard plant, you see the corner open up just a little bit to the outside, beats him inside. One of the things I love about him is this guy, you are not coming through this guy to get to the football. See the subtle check with his outside arm there, and then he's going to body the cornerback, and he's going to sky to get this football. So that athleticism, leaping ability, and a high point ability, and his ability to hold on to the football despite this tomahawking of the DB's arms here. Watch it again. Even when he's covered, he's a guy you can throw the ball up to. He exhibits great body control. Watch how he turns around to find that football. The corner turns to find it at the same time. He's able to get on top, just a little bit of separation with his hands there late. Find the football. Shields the defender from the football there. Nice job high pointing the football, getting up, grabbing it, tucking it, and taking a big hit. So again, he's covered here, and really nice job of going up to get the football. Mims is great with his hands, not just at the line of scrimmage. He's good middle of the route to get separation, or late to get separation. Watch him here. You can see the DB's trying to get hands on him. Real strategic in his hand placement. Right on the shoulder pad, he's able to jolt the corner. And once he gets to this point, that corner's in deep trouble. You can see him kind of stick out his arm here to get separation, more separation. But one of the things he does as well as anybody I've seen in this draft is stack vertically. At this point, he's on top of that DB. Notice early in the route he isn't. They're running side by side. Now he's just pulling away. He's really dangerous one-on-one without help over the top. Just in how he gets off the line of scrimmage, in how he uses his hands to get separation all through the route. As a receiver, you want to be strategic with your hands in terms of getting off the line of scrimmage, beating press. You can watch this DB. He's going to try to throw both arms into Denzel's chest here. Denzel's going to lean back, but he's, as I say, very, very strategic about hand placement and how to defeat hands. It's always the elbow, it's always the wrist, or it's always the shoulder. Here he's able to grab both wrists of the defender before he gets into him and swat them both away. And that's separation there, and that's him getting off the line of scrimmage. And that's something you see him doing pretty consistently, beating press coverage. At the risk of repeating myself, he is just physical at the line of scrimmage, and what I love is how strategic he is with his hands, attacks the elbows of the DB, tosses him aside, and really all of this stuff is so smooth with him. Gets on top of the receiver, and he stacks here. Of the corner and stacks. He's open, and the quarterback has to pull this football down, or chooses to pull the football down. Another thing is he particularly in this game versus Texas Tech, was drawing double teams left and right. I know I've been saying this through the video, but he is physical at the top of his route, very good with his hands all the way through the route. Makes this look easy. Kind of goes out of our frame here, but watch him work inside and then beat him outside with his hands here. And watch him get on top of the receiver and stack to the sideline. And see how much separation he has here. How easy he makes this route. Look. One thing I noticed is he does have a tendency to come off and show his chest a little bit. Right here, he may think he can get his hands up in time when the DB shoots his arms, but he's right there. You really don't want to be in that position as a receiver in the NFL. And you do see this on tape. I'll try to dig out a clip where this happens. But look at the previous clip. Look how he comes off the line a little bit lower, and he keeps his chest protected. Here, he's real vulnerable to getting popped in the chest. Does a nice job, I think, with that outside fake again. Here, there you see the DB try to get hands on him. There you see the DB leaning and out of sorts for sure. And then he's very strategic about how he defeats the corner's hands here. To the elbow with his outside arm, or inside arm, excuse me, and then a club with the right. That's separation right there. He's the #1 receiver, pretty tight split here. I think he has a tendency, and this is something he should work on, in order to sell these vertical patterns even more. You can see he's got pretty good pad level there, but he does tend to stand up straight at a certain point, and he does get this DB to open up right there and turn as if to run with him. So he sells the vertical enough on this particular corner, but you can see he gets up right there early in that route or midway through that route, and that might not be as effective at the next level. In any case, he is a threat to get deep, and he is a challenge one-on-one. I'd just like to see him work on his pad level through the route.